Hello boys and girls, and welcome to lesson 2-4, addition and subtraction stories. What they mean by stories is a word problem. So as I've always referred to it as word problems in everyday math, they talk about number stories or number sentences. A number sentences is an equation. 16 plus 4 equals 20. That would be a number sentence. So those are just a couple of things I wanted to clarify before we get into this. Let's take a look at the example and let's do number 1 together, and you can go ahead and do number 2 and 3 on this page on your own. We'll check that in class, and then we'll turn to the next page, which is page 38. So let's read together. Example. Maria had 2 decks of cards. What is a deck of cards? Here we have a deck of cards. A deck of cards usually has 52 cards. This kind of cards, the Texas Hold'em style or the blackjack style, these have 52 cards. So Maria has 2 of them. Okay, so 52 plus 52 would be 104. Technically, she should have 104 cards. One of the decks had only 36 cards, so she's missing some. One of the decks, let's see, if we actually try to figure out this math, we would get right here, 52 minus 36. We're looking for the difference to see how many she's missing, right? Borrow the 1, makes that 12, and this becomes a 4, right? This becomes 6, 12 minus 6 is 6, and 4 minus 16. So to me, it looks like she's missing 16 cards. So one of the decks had only 36 cards instead of 52. The rest were missing from the deck. Okay, the difference between 36 and 52. How many cards were missing? So list the numbers needed to solve this problem. Well, yeah, here are the facts, the data that we were talking about. Data, information. Does it really matter that she has 2 decks of cards? Well, this is that type of information sometimes that you have to ignore in a word problem or a number story. Okay, we only really need the 36 and the 52. So she has 52 cards. She has 36 cards out of 52. Describe what you want to find. The number of missing cards, because the question says how many cards were missing. We want to find the number of missing cards. Write an open sentence. As I mentioned before, an open sentence is an equation. We have 36 cards that she has, plus the number of cards missing should equal 52. Okay? This is where I talked to you about isolating the variable and inverting the operation. Let's try that. 36 plus c equals 52. Let's isolate the c. So now we're just going to, which is cards. We're going to leave cards all by itself on this side of the equation. Okay? And then we're going to take the 36 and invert it. On this side we're adding 36, on this side we'll invert it and do the opposite, so we will subtract it. So it turns into c equals 52 minus 36. And we already solved earlier that 52 minus 36 equals 16. Okay? So continuing on, we have find the missing number in the open sentence. Solution. What is c equal? C equals 16, which is solve that by isolating and inverting. Write the answer to the number story. 16 cards. Let's keep in mind to write the therefore. Okay, well, you can't see that because it's white. I'm sorry. Therefore, the 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. Therefore, 16 cards were missing. Okay? 16 cards were missing. I would like to see a complete sentence like this, boys and girls. Okay, let's take a look at number 1. Number 1. Anthony got a new bike. He rode 18 miles the first week, 27 miles the second week, and 34 miles the third week. How many miles did he ride altogether? Okay, 18 one week, 27 the second week, 34 miles the third week. It doesn't matter whether it's a new or old bike. That is irrelevant information, as we were talking about irrelevant information before. So we have 18 miles, 27 miles, and 34 miles, and we need to know how much he rode all together. Question A is asking us to list all the numbers needed to solve the problem. 18, 27, 34. Describe what you want to find. Well, how many miles did he ride altogether? So we want to find the total number of miles. And what's our open sentence? Remember, an open sentence means our equation. Well, 18 the first week, 27 the second week, and 34 the third week. That makes sense. 18 one week, and then more the second week, and then more the third week. And this is what they did. 18 plus 27 plus 34. We don't have to put the units in this part because we're simply working on an equation. But for the solution, I do want you to write the unit and even more for your sentence. So what's our solution? 18 plus 27 plus 34 equals 79. Okay, and what's our answer? Therefore, after solving all of this, therefore, how many miles did he ride altogether? He rode, let me write it quickly. He rode 79 miles. Don't forget to include the unit, which is miles. Okay, boys and girls, go ahead and let's make this our key answer, and I want you to have it exactly the way as I've done it for this page. Let's take a look at the other page. Finish questions 2 and 3 exactly the same way as we've done it in question 1. Alright, you can pause the video here to do those 2 questions, and then press play when you're ready to do page 38. As you can see, question 4 on the next page is pretty much the same. You have to list the information you need, the numbers. You must describe what you want to find, which is how much money did he have left. Okay, remember this is a two-step question. Not only do you have to add, but then later on you have to subtract from the whole amount. Okay, write an open sentence, write your solution, what you solved, and then write your sentence where you describe exactly with a therefore statement. Okay, let's take a look at questions 5 to 8, where you have to write algebraic expressions. You have to choose the correct algebraic expression. Okay, boys and girls, let's read number 5. And please, for this one, remember to ignore the information that is not important, the information that is irrelevant. Number 5. Patrick paints color by number pictures. Now, I'm not exactly sure what color by number pictures really means, but I'm gonna assume that it's irrelevant, but we will know in a minute. He spent 24 hours painting in June and 37 hours painting in July. 24 hours in June, 37 hours in July. One picture had 18 different colors. How many hours did he paint in the 2 months? Now the question will tell us what information is relevant, because they only want to know how many hours did he spend in the 2 months. Did he paint for in the 2 months? So the number of hours is what's important. One picture had 18 different colors is completely irrelevant. So I am going to cross that out because that is not a fact that we need. We just want to know that he painted for 24 hours in June, one of the month, and 37 hours in July. So which number sentence out of these 4 makes more sense? Okay, well, 24 in June and 37 in July, and they want to know how many hours did he paint in the 2 months. To me, it sounds like we just have to add the 2 up. 37 in July plus 24 in June equals the number of hours. Okay, go ahead and copy this exactly as you have it written right there and then actually replace the variable h with your answer and the unit. And it should look like this. 37 plus 24, 37 plus 24 equals 61 hours. There's the unit. The units are very important. If you only write 61, I don't know if you're talking about 61 colors, 61 apples, 61 paintings. You must write hours because they're asking for how many hours. Remember to write the unit for each one. Okay, boys and girls? Make sure that you have this answer here as well as your key answer. Put a star there and a star there, and now I know that you have watched this part of the video as well. See you in class, boys and girls.